as they burn one here in this. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They'll run again with Bernard. Oh, look at the juke. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now at Soldier Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Now they'll look to throw it with Cutler. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of... Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Now Cutler. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out. There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
On 3rd down, Cutler flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And his guys are going to get the football at the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Going deep here for Stills. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it? So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll look to throw. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the
A.J. Green? The 20, 10, 5, and yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Throwing now is Cutler. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 20. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. First throw in overtime now for Cutler. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
On the move to his left. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a handoff looking right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Play action. Cutler. And this is incomplete. And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely, defensive holder.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some room to roam now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive lineman won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defensive front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Now, coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On second down, Hill. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key 1st down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football?
And Cutler didn't like the play they had in. He's going to take a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan. Kick off your week by installing your game plan.